Hi geography students, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of Canvas and what our homepage will look like for our geography class, since most of us probably aren't super familiar with Canvas just yet. So this is what your homepage is always going to look like. At the very top, you'll see any recent announcements that I've made. It's always really important that you're logging into Canvas daily to check your announcements, as well as checking your email to see if there's any kind of things I need to communicate with you on. So always make sure you're looking at the homepage for those recent announcements. If you scroll down a little bit on our homepage, you'll see my contact information. So if you need to email me, if you need to get our class remind code to sign up for Remind so you can get updates from me, or if you've forgotten what our meeting dates and times are, they'll be posted here as well. If you continue to scroll down, you will see all these different buttons that take you to different places within the course. One of the things you're probably going to use the most often will be the unit modules. So if you click that button, it's going to take you to our units. As of now, only part of Unit 1 is up because that's where we're at. But if you scroll through and click on the various links, you'll see different things about the modules. So you will see kind of an overview of our entire first unit, some of the content that we'll talk about, some of the skills that you'll get to practice and become proficient with, a list of our assignments, and then eventually there will be things added to unit resources like slideshows and other helpful resources to help you with the unit. Next is our week 1 calendar. So this is going to be a really good organizational tool for you to know when your Zoom meetings are, to know what assignments are due, when they're due, the amount of time it'll probably take you to get those done, and to really keep on track. It will also tell you what assignments are synchronous. So for example, latitude and longitude, you don't really need to work ahead on because we're going to work on it in class together. So I'll give you some time to finish your work in there. And then what you will be working on independently. And then if we go back to our modules, we can just see a list of things. This is always going to be a page that's there, so it won't necessarily be an assignment, but it will tell you some information you'll need to know. This means that it's a link. It's an external link to our Google Doc calendar. This right here means it's a discussion, and then the rest are assignments. One thing to note about the check-in assignments that you'll see, and they'll always have a date and say check-in. It's really important to do those because remember, we're taking attendance based on you coming to the Zoom meetings and then you making sure that you're engaging and doing the work weekly. And to make sure you're doing that, I'm going to use these check-ins. So that will either be Google Forms or discussion posts or different kinds of things like that, just to make sure everybody's staying up to date with their work. Next, if you go back home, you will find the Syllabus tab right here. This will take you to our course syllabus. Make sure you and your guardians go over this sometime during the first week. There's tons of questions and answers all about how to contact me, late work, plagiarism, how our Zoom meetings work, all of that important kind of stuff. Then you'll also see the list of assignments that are already there and when they're due by. So another place for you to kind of check out your assignments. The weekly agendas, you've already seen it, but if you wanted to go to the weekly agenda page, it would take you to all of the weekly agendas. We only have our first week up so far, but normally there will be more there. Next, you will find a Zoom meeting link. So anytime we have our Zooms, if you're in block 3, it's Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 to 11 normally. You'll click this link, it'll take you right to the Zoom. It's as simple as that. And then finally, our course resources. So you will find different kind of resources. Right now, what's here is something that's going to help you kind of give you directions on how to use the split screen during Zoom calls if you ever want to have your Zoom window open and another window open so you can work on assignments while we're working on them in our Zoom meets. And then finally, another kind of organizational tool that you can use is this monthly calendar that Canvas provides to you. So it really just tells you when certain things are due. You can click on them and then you can go to the actual assignment to start working on it. So that is basically our kind of Canvas overview. If you have any other questions, please check out the syllabus. Feel free to send me an email, but I will probably be answering them within our first week of class. Thank you for listening.